Welcome to the Epoxy Business Podcast. Proud member of the Woodpreneur Network, home of the #1 podcast in the wood industry. I'm Steve from Acres of Timber and Woodpreneur Life, and along with my co-host Jake from Old Log and Sawmill, we'll be diving into the world of resin and epoxy every week. If you're a maker or wood entrepreneur interested in learning the ins and outs of the epoxy business, this is the place for you. Thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoy this episode. The Epoxy Business Podcast is proudly sponsored by Old Log and Epoxy, the premier epoxy and resin system for professional makers and wood business owners. Making exceptional products starts with the right tools and materials. Visit oldlogandepoxy.com today and find out how to take your projects to the next level. Once again, that's oldlogandepoxy.com. Hey, welcome to a brand new episode of the Epoxy Business Podcast. I'm your host, Steve.
And co-host Jake from Old Log and Sawmill.
And today's guest is Arthur Santel from Art de Seve in Montreal. You're not in Montreal, you're in Quebec, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Cool, very cool. Well, welcome, Arthur. Can you tell us a little bit about your business and how'd you get into the epoxy game?
Yeah, sure. Well, I started 2 years ago. I was working with a company and we were doing like concrete and epoxy flooring. And I saw an opportunity and I had the chance to work with wood. So I decided just to like try different stuff with wood. I had no experience before, but I had a shop where I could do that. So basically I just bought a piece of wood for the first time a year ago. And then I met lab sofas and you guys, and then like everything started. So now I'm like with 3 other associates. We are based in Montreal, and we're doing like everything with epoxy, wood and concrete, like furniture, table, door, those kind of stuff. So it's starting slowly, but yeah, it's growing slowly but surely, you know.
That's cool. I've seen some of your work, man. You guys are doing some pretty cool stuff out there.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
That's good. Now, what did you do before this? Weren't you some sort of marketing or something like that?
Yeah, I'm actually at the agency right now. So basically for the week, I'm working as a strategist in the agency. And now like I'm working on my company at night or during the weekend, you know.
Oh, wow. So you work 2 jobs. You don't do this full time?
Yeah.
Wow, good for you, man.
I mean, your work is really, really beautiful, and it's like his stuff is really nice, right, Jake?
Oh yeah.
What made you sort of pick this particular medium? Like, what was it about epoxy that really stuck to you?
I really like the way to be creative with the resin, and I didn't know that much about wood, and I don't have any degree or formation in that, but like I started by myself to learn and to develop my technique and those kind of stuff. And I really enjoy to be at the shop with my guys, working on this project, working with the clients, and like trying to collaborate with the clients also. So I'm more like managing the company, and like one of my guys is more the wood guy and the other one is more like technique stuff and everything. So I think like us three were working well. We have like different different perspective, but yeah, we go well along together, and we're here to like just create stuff and have fun.
So it's you and 2 others?
Yeah, there is like Vincent, I think he's on the group also, like login, and the other one is Valentin. So yeah, we're 3.
Oh, okay. And so you manage the business, and then you have a woodworker, and then you have a technical guy.
Yeah, basically that. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Gotcha. Yep. I'm learning all that myself. I'm learning to delegate and expand, and I got a guy who Jacob, he pretty much knows how to do these tables from start to finish now. And now I just hired Kimmy, who is a craft artist, and she's focusing on my content and all the little craft stuff, because there's a huge market in the craft stuff. And then I got my sawmill guy. So it's the three of us or the four of us. And so I'm learning that whole building a team and all that kind of good stuff with this epoxy deal.
Yeah.
How long have you done this now, you say?
It's been more than a year, like a year and a half, I would say.
Oh, year and a half doing this now. And you've
Yeah.
been getting clienteles and all that kind of good stuff?
Yeah. Like as I said, we started really slowly because we have like different jobs at the same time. So our strategy was just to create at first and then like expand a little bit, but like we don't put much money or time in marketing. We just like
word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth mostly, and we do Instagram stuff, but like that's it. We're developing the website right now. So this summer is gonna be a big summer for us because we want to like create a big identity. Maybe we're gonna change our logo and develop like some stuff around that. But yeah, mostly word of mouth. And I think like because I worked before with the company of the concrete and floor epoxy floor. I met different designer, so now I'm working with them. So I have like different professional contract. I did I did some bench for like 8 different store in Montreal. So it's cool, really cool.
That's great. And what is besides word of mouth? How else have you been putting your name and your brand out there?
Well, at first, it was a bit difficult. Like our strategy was to enter in the market with low price because obviously I did all the studio market and those stuff because I know how to do it. And yeah, we knew that we didn't have a big name, not much experience, so we penetrated the market with a low price and. It worked. It actually worked pretty well, and then we were able to sell epoxy to some people in Quebec, and it's getting bigger every day, and we're happy about that. Yeah.
Oh, so you're epoxy. I didn't even think about that. So you're like right in the middle of Quebec, and you're able to get a vast majority of those people inside the city, huh?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So what does this next year look like for you and your business? And
so we're gonna focus for as I said, like during summer to create a new logo and a new identity, finish the website. Then we have a couple contract coming up, big one. So it took time for us to finish a project because we are only there at night or during weekend. So yeah, just try to develop a little bit the project, and we'll see. We're trying to find. We started from the scratch, so we didn't have we didn't have nothing, and yeah, like slowly but surely we're buying new stuff, new tools, new wood. We make new connection. So I think it's just gonna be the follow up of the first year. But yeah, it's gonna be a great year. I'm sure about that.
What has been your biggest pour to date so far?
Sorry?
What has been your biggest pour epoxy project to date?
In like the liter amounts?
Yeah.
I would say probably 50.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a big one. But it was really thick.
It was real thick? Yeah, did it go smooth for you? Everything go smoothly for you?
Everything, yeah. We made one of the biggest projects was a sliding door. Yeah. And we tried, like that was our biggest project back then, and wow, my God, like so much struggle like to finish it, but finally the client was really happy about it. So, but it worked. Like we love the challenge and everything, so it's perfect. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool. That's one of those sliding doors that you're talking about. One of the sliding epoxy doors.
Yeah, the black one with a cherry wood.
Yeah, that looks cool, man.
Yeah, this one was massive. Yeah.
Hey, what is the wood market like is there a lot of lumber in Quebec? I know Ontario has a lot of lumber, but what about Quebec?
Yeah, they're more based in Ontario basically, but we have beautiful wood in Quebec. Like at first we tried to check on Facebook Market before we knew you guys, But then when I met Alan, he just put me in relation with some other guys, bigger seller. So the wood market, I would say it's good. Sometimes I'm finding like a bit expensive when I compare it to other region. But we have a truck, so sometimes we go in Ontario. We know some guys in Ontario. They have like trees and a big yard of trees. So that, like, you know, like relation is a key success, I guess. So we try to make good connection with everyone we meet, and that's most important for me.
Cool. What's been working for you for selling epoxy? Like what's been a thing that's like your key to success as it relates to the epoxy business?
Like selling epoxy or selling stuff with epoxy, like
both.
So I will start with like my stuff, like what I do, like table and everything. For us, it was not too hard to sell, so we're only making an order. So we need to find a customer and then we're gonna produce, but we don't produce before. So it's easy when you work like that, because then you meet the client, you talk about the project, and you just do it. But for now, we don't want to have an inventory. We don't have a big shop, so it's hard for us to keep the product safe. But then we wanted to try to sell epoxy, because at first we were like, okay, it's gonna open some door. We're gonna meet other people, and we're gonna grow our business. And it was pretty hard here in Quebec, because I feel like the epoxy market is really I don't know, like it's so challenging right now with Ice Epoxy and all the new brand coming up. It was hard for us also to put a big money on the table to buy a big amount of epoxy, so we could not have like a good rate. So we had to sell upper than the competitors, so it didn't work that much. I had a couple of discussions with Alan back time and Stefan from Lab Surface. So now I'm just dealing with Larosiliere Epoxy, and we're not selling that much, honestly. Like we cannot stop it, and we said, okay, let's do the website a bit better, and then we will try again. But for now, we just stop the epoxy selling.
Gotcha. So then you're going to be, you guys are started a website. You guys have a website, right?
We kind of have one right now, but it's not our taste, so we want to do it better, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. You're gonna revamp a new website.
Yeah.
Good deal.
So what do you like about working with Olag and Epoxy? What is it about us that you like?
Honestly, since day one, when I had the chance to talk with Han, I really saw that Olag and Epoxy was more than just a brand. It was like a family, and everyone was giving up advice to everyone, giving contact also, which was like really important for me at the beginning, because like I didn't know like anyone in the epoxy market, so I had to do I had to do some contact. So I really like the way that Alan approached me. It was not about like selling stuff, but more about like helping me growing my business. And I feel like really thankful about that. So yeah, I like the brand, I like the product. They're like, I try different products from of epoxy from Quebec, and it's definitely the best stuff that I had in my hand. Yeah, I'm really happy about the brand, about you guys, the work that you're doing for us, and yeah.
That's good. We're focusing hard on trying to make a community and a family feel for our epoxy, where anybody can come to us with questions and we can all answer and help the community out and stuff like that. So it's good to me and Steve that we hear stuff like that, because then it's working.
Yeah. Like for me, like, you know, I'm a marketing guy. I'm working in the business of marketing since like 3 years now. I did my study in that, so I know I know to do with those stuff. And when I saw like the vibe of Olag and Epoxy, I was like, this brand's gonna grow up and I want to be part of it, you know.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Allons-y. right?
Allons-y, yeah.
Allons-y.
So yeah, guys, that's it.
We spending time in Montreal, I was like, man, I like Montreal, right? Jake, we were like, yeah, we like this vibe. We like the French vibe, you know?
Yeah.
Man, I'd love to go back every year. So that's
yeah, I know. That's the goal. That's the goal.
Yeah.
The goal is to go back.
Next time I want to be with you guys at the F1 for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll have to make it happen.
We're setting up goals so that we could do that.
Perfect. I love that.
Tell us what how can people follow you? What's your Instagram and what's your website?
Well, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and my website. They are called Art de Seve, ARTSEVE, Art de Seve, yeah. And we're like our first strategy on Instagram was to put only, it was like a kind of a portfolio. I don't want to put like a I don't have too much content to put, honestly. I just have to put my product and yeah. So when you go on my Instagram account, you're gonna have like one publication for one product, and then I explain how I did it. I also try to make some reels, and maybe soon we're gonna do a collaboration with some people in Quebec, woodworker or artist from like different universe. But yeah, that's my first strategy, and I think we're gonna develop a different product more with concrete in the future, but we keep the epoxy for the coating or those stuff. So yeah, we try to do like different things that the competitors, because like everyone is doing the same stuff, I guess. Yeah. So we want to be a bit different on that side.
I like it.
Cool.
What
cool.
we do and what we do, I think we can like have a more creative sense, and we really enjoy working with different materials also. And I think like mixing materials is like something really important, or like design for the future. So yeah.
Cool. Well, Arthur, thank you so much for taking the time to share your story, and I'm excited to share it with the Epoxy Business podcast community. All right.
I'm happy, guys. Thank you for the invitation, and have a good one.
Hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Epoxy Business Podcast, proudly sponsored by Olag and Epoxy. Make sure you subscribe and follow us so you don't miss the next episode. For more information on other offerings from the Woodpreneur Network, you can check out woodpreneurlife.com. We'll see you next week.